Hello and welcome to this edition of Reel to Reel. It's hard to believe that we are already heading into the second week of December. How time flies. And it certainly has gone by quickly for the African Catholic community in Amherst. It was just a year ago that Father Valentine Nwora began a monthly Mass and potluck dinner at St. Bridget's Church in Amherst. For the growing number of people from the African continent, this is an opportunity to celebrate their faith and enjoy fellowship. Bishop William Byrne was on hand last Sunday as this community marked their first anniversary. Nick Morganelli was also there and has this story.
First Sunday evenings at St. Bridget's Church in Amherst feature a very festive African celebration of the Eucharist with traditional clothing, decor, customs, and song.
Wonderful way to begin our Advent to celebrate the birth of this community.
Bishop William Byrne celebrated this first Sunday of Advent dressed in colorful vestments.
The African community is so vibrant, but also the community in Africa is filled with vocations, and we need to set that fire here in Western Massachusetts thanks to the great gifts of the people from Africa, from those communities.
Elise Bama explained how Mass in Africa is longer, with more singing. Even the presentation of the gifts is elaborately done.
When we actually bring up the gifts, we usually come, dance with it, and we bring it, and there's usually like back home we have like fruits and fruit baskets, gift basket for the priest, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
St. Bridget's pastor, Father Valentine Nwora, celebrated with other diocesan priests who are native to Africa to commemorate this first birthday of the church's community.
It's the 1-year anniversary of the reorganization, the remodeling, the revamping, again, coming back to life of the African community here at St. Bridget.
And it all started with this joy-filled woman, Juliette Camara, originally from the West African capital city of Conakry, Guinea. She and Bishop Byrne shared conversation in her native French language. Francois Abba, also brother to Elise, recalls their mother's influence on the group's development.
When we first came here, Father Gary introduced us to this church, the Newman Center. And because my mom has a habit of cooking, so every Sunday she will cook for the church. That's where the sharing of the food comes from.
The celebration, as it does every Sunday after the St. Bridget's African Mass, continues here with lots of food, music, and fellowship.
We like to socialize over food. We have potlucks. Different countries from Africa have different meals. We love sharing.
A procession in honor of Bishop Byrne began the celebration to present him with gifts like this bubu and other clothing. Gifts presented came from many countries and regions of Africa.
Guinea, Conakry, Tanzania, Kenya, and the last gifts to the bishop came from Nigeria, which is where I come from.
Finally, Bishop was adorned with very special attire and accessories.
These gifts all are significant to royalty. The red hat actually is meant for the chiefs. He is a father, he is a chief, he is royalty.
And what's with all the fanning? Bishop Byrne was given a lesson on how he was to move and wave his fan. He learned quickly.
It's a traditional way of Nigerians or the chiefs carrying themselves. The royal move, the royal dance. Each culture in Africa has a certain way that royalties would move, carry themselves, or even dance.
The bishop's fan had an inscription,
which is his name, the number one gospel bearer in Springfield, if you will, the number one apostle.
Elise, with 4 children in attendance, knows the importance of teaching them their cultural roots.
The kids look forward to this. They like to be a part of it. We pray that it continues because it's a blessing because we are so far away and we can only teach so much of our culture to the kids, but if they're actually living it as well and there's an actual community for it, that for them to connect to, it's a blessing, and we pray that it continues.
And all are invited to celebrate Mass and have food and fellowship with them at another First Sunday. Bringing Africa to Amherst each month for Reel to Reel, I'm Nick Morganelli.
Happy birthday!